When I was younger, my dad was an entrepreneur and also kind of stay at home. So I'd go with him to fix homes. We would be in basements like with sub pumps, clean. We did a bunch of really dirty jobs as well as just like normal, install jobs and roofing jobs and such. And I can remember how he would like kind of forget to eat sometimes, and he would just like odd hours, and you could see that he had these really great relationships with his clients. And so for me, work became when you want to work, and you worked hard and you cared about your work, and it was something that you did with your hands and it was fun. And then fast forward, I ended up falling into soccer and falling in love with soccer actually, and decided that that was something that I wanted to at least believe was my purpose. And so dedicated my life to something that also wasn't a 9-to-5 pursuit. And so now the two of the largest influences on what I believed was a career have nothing to do with sitting behind a desk. Yeah. And I think that that foundation has been really critical into why I do what I do today. And we'll get to that later. But now fast forward to the fact that I ended up in healthcare. I worked in healthcare for 6 years, but I fell into that job after basically getting turned down from jobs that I really wanted for 2.5 years. And so I actually got a job 4 different times that I was really passionate about, signed it on the dotted line, and the next day the job was canceled within 3 days.
What?
It happened with the CDC. It happened with the Illinois Department of Public Health. I was really focused on trying to change the world through health policy. That's kind of where my career ended up. And so now I'm in healthcare, working a position that I didn't feel like I chose, that I felt like I had to take because I was just sick of working. I was working at I was bartending. I was working odd jobs, handing out flyers on street corners. I was trying to build a business on the side that I kind of fell into. So nothing in my career really kind of was something that I was like, this is what I really want to do with my time and energy. But I was spending, 60 to 8 hours a week doing all these things with my time and energy. That equation, if you fast forward a couple of years, doesn't lead to a lot of positive feelings, especially if you keep that mindset of, I didn't choose this. I don't want to be here. Whenever you have one foot out the door and one foot in, you're looking for an escape, looking for reasons to leave. Everything that you see, everything that you think, everything that you do is through this filter of, I don't want to be here. How can I get out? You're looking for reasons why you want to get out. So that led to resentment towards my employer. It led to, a negative perception and filter around the work that I was doing, even though I was doing a lot of good. I was working at a hospital system. I was improving patient outcomes. It made me go into work, but trying not to work. So, okay, how can I not work today? I'm going to go escape and go to the gym. I'm going to read an article on something that I care about. I'm going to just kind of walk around. And I realized after a while that negative kind of aura that I was going into work each and every single day was seeping into other areas of my life, my personal relationships, how I felt about myself. And so basically I was wasting my time, wasting my life, and wasting my career. Luckily, I was walking to work one day, and this was actually a really good job. I could walk to work before remote work was a really big thing. And I was looking around, feeling like the weight of the world was on my shoulders, dreading the fact that I had to go into work today, plotting how I was going to leave work to go to the gym later. And I looked around and I looked at other people in the eyes, and I was like, wow. And I started noticing that everyone seems to feel the same way, had this kind of dread, this sunken look on their face, almost like they were walking, as zombies into their corporate careers. And it made me really sad. Like not just for myself, but for the people around me and for what we were doing with our lives and work. And at the time, like that side business was basically a life coach. I was in dating and relationships, and I was this expert in personal development that got headhunted to go work for this company for a bit, and then broke off and worked for myself and was writing articles on these topics. But for some reason, it never hit me that I wasn't focusing on development in my career. I almost gave up. Like after all those experiences with not getting the job that I wanted, with not buying into the corporate lifestyle, with now being in it, it almost was like I was defeated. And so luckily at that point in time, I woke up and I was like, oh shoot, I got to do something about this. I can actually take control. I don't have to be the person that was knocked down a bunch of times and then didn't get back up, despite being pretty successful in my career, ending up being an executive in healthcare. But so that wake up moment, that little light bulb made me stop and say, what do I care about? Where do I want to spend my time? What challenges do I want to face? What am I passionate about? And let's start strategizing just like I do in every other area of my life to get there.